And in this video I'm going to be showing you how to add indicators to your charts. So to add an indicator, we go on the chart window, and remember I told you in the previous video that when you click the F at the top of the screen, that is where you'd find your indicators. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the F and go back, click on the F. Awesome. Now, when you're adding indicators to your chart, it may be added to the chart itself where the candlesticks are, or it can be added at the underneath the chart in a completely new, I would say, window to itself. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So first, let us add something to our main chart, that is where the candlesticks are, so you can see the difference. So go back. This is what our chart is looking like currently. So I'm going to add something to it. So click on the plus sign with the F here on the right. And I'm going to try and add a moving average. Now, there are a lot of indicators here. I will not be able to go through each and every one of them for you. I only use one indicator. That is the only one I can tell you about. But it is up to you to, that is why you have the demo. It's up to you to add and research and see what works for you. I can't tell you what works for you or what makes you understand the chart better. That is up to you. I'm going to add moving average just so you can see what it looks like. Okay, we're going to keep everything as is. Click done, top right hand. And as you can see, it is listed under main chart. So let's go back and see what it looks like on our chart. See? A red line up here, right? Okay, so you can customize this. So you can click on it. You can change the 10. To like 50 if you so choose. You can change the color of the line if you so choose. You can add levels if you so choose. It is up to you, but you're going to have to research this differently to see what it's for and how it works on your chart. Done. Let us see. Okay, so I changed it from 10 to 50, and as you can see, the color changed from red to blue. And when I change it from 10 to 50, you see it's not as close to the candlesticks anymore. And when you add it, it will be shown on any time frame you go on. It will be there always. And any currency pair you go on, it will still be there. Okay. So to delete this, you click on the delete icon at the top right hand. Click it and select what you want to delete. And then you delete it. Okay, so I'm going to add the one that I use to trade, which is the relative strength index, right? Or the RSI as I call it. Now let's look for it. RSI, here we go, relative strength index. I'm going to keep the period at 14. I'm going to keep the apply to as close. Okay, the color can remain in blue, and these levels were set by me. However, I'm going to add 2 more levels to this also. So I also want a level at 25, and I also want a level at 75. Alright, so you can add or delete levels. And you can add a description, as you can see, why the levels are there. If you don't add a description, that's up to you. So let's look at what it looks like without the description. Back, done. And here you see indicator window 1. You see the difference, right? The one before was listed under main chart. This one is listed under indicator window. So let's look at what it looks like on our chart. See the difference, right? Right at the bottom of our screen right here. That's where it came up. And instead of it spelling out the relative strength index, it just says RSI. And you can also see here on the right where My 15 was added, my 25 was added, my 75 and my 85 was also added. Alright, I'm going to just put a little bit of description here to show you what is possible on your chart. I usually keep mine like this because I know what they're for, but if you're a new trader who need constant reminder, I am urging you to add a description. Until you get the hang of it, then it's up to you. Alright, so for 15, I would put lowest buy. 85, I would put highest sell, because we buy low and we sell high, right? That's where we make money, right? We'll get into that in another video, but yes. Let's see what these description would look like on our indicator window. Go back, click done. Always ensure you click done. That is how you complete your format. Done. Back, and there we go. So if you look at the bottom left on in the indicator window, you see where you have the lowest buy here, and up here you see where I have the highest sell. And you can always hold on the white line here. You see a white dot came up on the line. Let's do that again. Hold on the white line, and a white dot came up, and you can choose to put this how you want, but you always want to ensure that your chart is taking up a majority of your screen and not your indicator window. So let's go ahead and move this back down. Right there is good enough for me. Alright, so the most popular indicators used are usually the RSI, moving average, the RSI moving average. There's another one, don't remember the name. Let me see if I find it. Yeah, some people use the MACD. You can use the MACD. You have people use volumes. You can use volumes, but make sure you research what each is for. You put them on your chart, you try to see how it works. Oh, here we go, the stochastic oscillator. This is almost identical to the RSI, however you have two lines. So it is I want to say a little bit more complex, but it moves at a higher frequency than the RSI. So when the RSI would take a longer period to get down to the 15 and the 25, the stochastic would do that like over and over and over again in a short period of time. I haven't really used it before, but I've tried it. So it's almost the same thing as the RSI. So why I add these levels on my indicator was because once the market gets to a certain point, it has to respect boundaries, right? So you ever hear the saying, what goes up must come down, or what goes down can go up? It's almost something like that. All right, so once the blue line, which signifies the indicator right here, once this reach 85 or 75, it usually heads back down. And if it's going to head back down, then we're going to be looking for sells, right? Makes sense, right? Because the blue line cannot stay up there indefinitely. Anytime it goes up there, it has to come back down. It has to keep a certain momentum at all times. The same thing if it goes down. So if it goes down to the 15, it has to come back up, regulate itself before it continue doing what it's doing. It cannot be there for any long period of time. Alright? So I also use that to help me trade. Alright, here's a perfect example. Look at this dip right here. This went all the way down to 8.48, as you can see here, and that is extremely low. So what you think the market did? It shot back up, right? Because like I said, it can't be down there for any long period of time. It has to regulate the charts. So the dip right here, that is the dip here. You understand, right? Let's bring chart over some more. Awesome. So the dip right here, this is the dip here. And what did the market do? It went up, right? Went all the way back up because it could not remain down there for any long period of time. It has to regulate itself. It's almost like, I would say, all right, you're boiling some water, but however you want, like you want like 3 cups of water. You're boiling some water, you forgot about the water went down, right? But you still need the 3 cups of water, so you go back and you add additional 2.5 cups because 2.5 cups were boiled out. It evaporate out the pot, right? So you had to add more. I don't know if this is making sense to you, but yes, it's almost like the same thing. So once it goes down here, it has to come back up. And if it goes up too high, it has to come back down always. So why I add those two levels was because it's either usually like 80% of the time. It's either 15 or 25 and then it goes back up. Or it's 75 or 85 and then it goes back down. So here's an example. It went up to 77 here and it went back down. Not all indicators are the same as you seen previously when I added the moving average, but yes, you find what works for you, do your research, because know that I have everything on my chart that I need. We're going to go into, some more complex things as how you drop your chart, how you trade, and stuff like that. And I hope you guys are taking notes because I don't want you have to be going back or saying to yourself, what was that again? I want you to be taking notes and revising so that when I'm talking, you will understand exactly what I'm saying. So remember, the candles that goes up are bullish and the candles that goes down are bearish, right? So bulls go up, bears go down, always. Or the ones that go up are long positions and the ones that goes down are short position. I personally will not be saying long or short position, but if it is that you're watching other YouTubers, you'll understand what they are saying. All right, the market is not moving now because it is a Friday evening and I've been so caught up I haven't realized that I haven't posted in a while, so I just spending time to create this for you guys right now. So until then, I'll see you in the next video.